Hello YouTube! Today I'm the Naughty Librarian. I am going over my December TBR list. So, usually I like to wear something nicer when I'm filming, but today it is 64 degrees out in Los Angeles and I am cold. Yes, I do realize 64 degrees is not cold, but I am from LA, so 64 is cold for me. So I have a hoodie on, I got my slipper boots, like, I'm feeling pretty cozy. Don't hate on my sweater. Anyway, I have a very ambitious TBR list for December. I want to knock out some books before the end of the year. Like, I have a goal. I want to finish certain series off, so fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's going to be a good reading month. I'm nervous because when the holidays come around, I find it hard to find time to read because usually I'm busy, but I don't know. Here's hoping. Here's hoping I finish all these books before the end of the year. I really want to finish the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. So I have the last book of it, The Hero of Ages, and I really want to finish the series so bad. I've read the other two books this year. It's just so long. It's so long. Oh my gosh, how long are you? Okay, so this is 725 pages. It's a long-ass book. And they're not like these are full pages too. Like, they're not like tiny pages. It's a lot of book to digest. But I want to finish this series. It is really cool. It's high fantasy. It's kind of like my first high fantasy series I've ever really taken on, and I want to finish it because it's been pretty good so far. There's allomancy, which basically is using metals to perform magic, and there was an empire that was evil. They had to overthrow it, so there's like rascals and like government are being overthrown, and a cool kick-ass female character, and yeah, it's a good series. I just want to finish it. I want to finish it off. It's got cool covers too. They have good covers of these. Hot damn, these are good covers. I also want to continue on with the Kate Daniels series, so I have Magic Strikes by Ilona Andrews. This is book 3 of this series. Spoiler alert, I read the first 2 books in November. Anyways, this is about Kate Daniels, and she is kind of a magical mercenary. And then this lion guy is Curran, who is like king of the shapeshifters, and they get into shenanigans and magical things they need to sort out. And it's a fun series. There's like 10 books in it. I love Ilona Andrews. She always writes great books, so I just want to continue on with this. I'm also doing a buddy read this month. I'm going to be reading Destiny's Captive by Beverly Jenkins, and I'm reading that with Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany and Mara from Books Like Whoa. I'll link them down below so you can check them out. They're awesome ladies. Beverly Jenkins is an author I've been wanting to try out for a really long time, and then Bethany was just like, hey, I have this book, I'm gonna read it. Do you guys want to read it too? And I was like, yep, yes I do. Got it from my library. So we're all gonna read it. It's kind of about like a cool lady pirate, and I believe it takes place in like Cuba, but like old-timey Cuba. Like, it's a historical romance. So yeah, I'm really into it. I'm like, lady pirates. I mean, if you have pirates in a romance, like, someone's getting tied up. Like, am I right? Like, if they don't, that's like a waste of ropes. I'm just saying. Okay, another spoiler alert. I had to bump Crown of Midnight from November because basically all of my library books that I had on hold for like ever decided to all come in at once, so I had to read them, and so since I own this one, I had to bump it. So I'm hoping I'm going to read it in December because I feel bad when I bump books, and this is a series I want to be reading because, I mean, it just completed, so I can just like plow through it. This is a continuation of the Throne of Glass series. We're dealing with Selena Sardathian, I believe, and this is right after Throne of Glass, so this is like right where it ends, and Selena has won the competition. She is the king's champion. She's gonna be doing some assassinating for the king, and then I'm assuming she's gonna fuck some shit up. So I do want to read this. I was bummed I had to bump it from November, so it's gonna happen December. Ooh, I'm so excited! I'm gonna read Fugitive 6 by Pittacus lore. I am such a nerd for the I Am Number 4 series, aka the Lorien Legacy series. It is so good. The movie ruined it because I feel like people aren't picking up the books as much because that shitty movie, although I kind of like the movie. I kind of liked it. I kind of like shitty movies sometimes, and that's a shitty movie I like. But the books are so good. I love them a lot. This is kind of a new story arc from the first series. I think the first series has 7 books in it, and then this is like after the end of that. Like the end is pretty cataclysmic. There's like an invasion and a war, and this is kind of like after the whole world knows the aliens are around. So it's, I don't want to get into the whole spoilers of the previous 7 books, so just believe me, this is like a new series with different characters. Some of her old friends are in here, they make cameos. I do want more of my old friends though. I want more John Smith, I want more Six, I want more Sam. I do want a lot more of my old characters to come back and play, but these characters are cool too. I'm like interested in their arc because they were in one book previous to this, which is Generation 1. So yeah, I'm in. I'm always gonna be in for this series. I love it so much. So this is going down in December. I'm also gonna pick up Contagion by Erin Bowman. You know, because what says holidays like space virus that kills people? Who knows? Yeah, that's what Contagion's about. I guess there was this planet and scientists went there and then they weren't heard from again, and this other spaceship comes along and they hear a distress signal. They get there and they're like, oh shit, everyone's super dead, what happened? And then they have to figure out what happened. And then there is a contagion, because I think there is a virus that does freaky deaky stuff to you. So this is gonna be kind of body horror, it's gonna be scary, I'm into it. I've been wanting to read it. It's also a debut and I picked it up because it sounded like amazing, so I'm so excited to read this. I'm so in. I'm so in. You know, spooky books for the holidays. That's how I do my life. I'm also going to pick up The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Leigh. This is a sequel to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and I freaking loved Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. It is amazing. And I've been wanting the sequel so bad. Speaking of which, Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany, who I'm doing that buddy read with, was kind enough to get this for me, and she got it signed and sent it to me. She is a doll. Everyone should check out her channel. She's amazing. But anyway, this book is a sequel. This follows Felicity, who is Monty's sister, and she is kind of unique for this time period because I believe it is also Regency, and she wants to be a doctor. And there weren't a whole lot of lady doctors back then, and by not a whole lot, I mean there was 0 because they weren't allowed to be doctors. So she's very much an independent spirit, and I'm assuming she's gonna get into some pirating action in this book, and I'm down to read a book about Felicity. She's not as like fun as Monty is though, so I'm kind of like, I have a bit of a reservation because I don't think she's gonna be as fun and like spirited as Monty's story is, but we'll see how it goes. I have high hopes because I love the other one so much. Like, I feel like this is still gonna be good. Another series I want to finish before the end of the year is the Shades of Magic series, so I'm going to be reading A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. This is book 3, the finale of the series, and I want to finish it. Like, I went on a V.E. Schwab kick this year. Like, I've pretty much like read all of her books this year. Such a V.E. Schwab kick. Also, I believe Mara and Bethany are also going to be reading this in December, so we're just gonna like be reading all the books together this month. It's gonna be awesome. I think this is pretty much gonna have to start off like right where A Gathering of Shadows ended, because that was a cliffhanger. Oh my goodness gracious. And I want to get into this one. I want to see how everything's gonna shake out. Like, oh, that was such a cliffhanger ending. Such a cliffhanger, but it was such a good cliffhanger that I was like, I can't even be mad about it because it was so good. Like, just from a narrative perspective, hot damn, that is a way to end a book. So yes, I definitely want to get into this. It is very thick. I sprayed my own edges, by the way. They didn't come like this. I sprayed it myself. But it's a very thick book. I'm gonna get into it though. It's gonna happen. Yep, 624 pages. I am reading some long-ass books in December. Fingers crossed this is going to work out. But yes, this is the conclusion of the Shades of Magic series. You're following Kel. Kel is in quite a predicament at the end of Gathering of Shadows. Lila is embarking on a very new adventure that I kind of called from the very beginning of the series. Good gracious. I want everything about this. I'm so down. Everything about it is good. Again, another like spooky book for the holidays. I'm going to be reading The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kiersten White. I have been wanting to read this so much. I got the arc of it and I just haven't found time to read it. Though before the end of the year happens, this needs to be in my brain. Like, I want to read this so much. This is basically about a girl named Elizabeth. She's kind of like a little street urchin, and this family's like, oh hey, you're hungry? Come on in here, have a meal. Come here. Yeah, it's cool, come here. So she comes in and they feed her and they're like, oh, by the way, you're our son's best friend now, and he's a creepy weirdo. His name is Frankenstein. I forget what his first name is. So basically, she's like Dr. Frankenstein's childhood friend, and I'm assuming dark things will happen to her. And I really want to read this so much, so much. Oh, I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. So yeah, I'm just gonna have like a spooky holiday this year. I'm kind of down for it. I have finally read so many Leigh Bardugo books this year because I hadn't read them before. Like, this is my year where I've done it. And I'm going to be continuing that streak, and I'm going to be reading Six of Crows. So this is the new duology after Grisha, and Grisha was okay. It was pretty okay. Like, that's how I describe it. Like, it wasn't the best thing I've ever read, but it's pretty good. But I've heard from literally everybody I've talked to that the Six of Crows duology is like leaps and bounds better than Grisha. Like, Grisha was like the starting point, and then you took that and you turned it up to 11 and you get this. So I am super excited for this one because I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. It's got a heist. It's got Kaz Brecker, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be like my soul child. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like just love this character to bits. And I can't wait to read this so much. It's gonna be a heist. There's a bunch of like misfit characters and like bad attitudes, and they're coming together to do stuff. And I'm like, that's totally my jam. I love anti-heroes. So, Six of Crows. Since I don't want this to just be a totally like spooky Christmas time, I did pick an official Christmas story. My official Christmas pick is Chasing Christmas Eve by Jill Shalvis. This looks like a Hallmark movie. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure it's smutty though, so there's that, because there's usually a lack of smut in Hallmark movies. You know, I'm not for sure because I don't watch them, but I'm pretty sure no one's fucking in them. I hope people fuck in this. I don't know if they're gonna fuck in this. Oh no, I could be wrong. Oh no, I'll find out. But yeah, it's got Christmas in the title, called Chasing Christmas Eve. It takes place in San Francisco. And yeah, I wanted something Christmassy, so this is my official holiday pick. Okay, this is so cheesy Hallmark movie. I'm just gonna read you the blurb. There's a meet cute. It starts with a meet cute. Run for the hills, temporarily. That's Colby Albright's plan when she flees New York for San Francisco. Wrangling with her crazy family by day and writing a best-selling YA fantasy series by night have taken their toll. Already, this girl is kind of like seeming cool. In short, Colby's so over it that she's under it. She's also under the waters of a historic San Francisco fountain within an hour of arrival. Fortunately, the guy who fishes Colby out has her looking forward to Christmas among strangers, but she's pretty sure the Spencer Baldwin won't be a stranger for long. Spence's commitment to hiding from the ghosts of relationship past means he doesn't have to worry about the powerful, okay, crazy hot chemistry he's got with Colby. Just because she can laugh at anything, especially herself, just because she's gorgeous and a great listener, just because she gets Spence immediately doesn't mean he won't be able to let Colby go. Does it? Now the clock's ticking for Colby and Spence. 3 weeks to cut loose, 3 weeks to fall hard, 3 weeks to figure out how to make this Christmas last a lifetime. Dear Lord, Hallmark movie, but like I have high hopes for it. Like I feel like this could be pretty funny. And also, they better have smutty bits in this or I'm gonna be upset. Okay, I feel good about December. I got a lot of good things going on here. Spooky December, kind of Nightmare Before Christmas-y kind of vibe because I got all like spooky books, but it's okay. It's okay. I can have spooky holidays. You can't stop me from having a spooky holiday. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be reading any of these books. Do you want to get in on a buddy read? Let me know down below. Let me know which one of these books, if you've read it, which ones are great, which ones are terrible. Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys soon.